So, you are coming to Bali. I am beyond excited that you are coming to this magical island. I know how overwhelming it can be to come to this beautiful island. There are so many things you need to keep into consideration, and that's why I'm going to help you with one of them, which is the monthly cost of living in Bali. The past month I kept track of all of my spendings here in Bali. I do have to say I'm a solo female traveler and I always will do everything on a budget. So I will always choose a budget side of things, so you need to keep this in consideration. With that being said, let's dive into the monthly cost of living in this beautiful island. If you sometimes see me looking down, I have written everything down on my laptop. That's why I'll probably have to look down. But I want to start with accommodation. So there are different types of accommodation here in Bali. You can choose whichever you want. For me, what works best is to live in a guest house, because guest houses are probably one of the cheapest places to live here. In a guest house you will have your own room and your own bathroom, but you will probably have a shared kitchen and a shared pool, and the prices of these guest houses will differ between 3 million and 5.5 million, something like that. I pay 4.5 million for 1 month to stay in Asanaya Suites, which I really love. It's located in Canggu. I have my own room, I have my own bathroom, and just a shared kitchen and a shared pool. Now let's move on with transport. So I couldn't recommend more to rent a bike here. It's simply the easiest way to go around and it's so convenient. You can rent a bike almost everywhere. Every accommodation will know a number of a bike rental company. Even I got numbers from my friends, and that's how I ended up renting a bike. I pay 600k a month to rent my bike. It's a Vario 125cc. It's a bigger one. It's because I'm quite tall. I need a bigger bike. I feel more comfortable on it. And for gas, I paid 50,000 Indonesian rupiah, which is around €2.80 or $3.44. So getting around in Bali is really cheap. Get a full tank will be around $2, and it will last you, I think, 1.5 weeks. It differs what kind of bike you have, but for me, 1.5 weeks will get me around, so it's really affordable. And if you really don't want to drive a bike, you can always get a Gojek or a Grab driver. They will drive you around and it will cost you, I think, around $1 or $2, so it's also quite affordable, but the price will add up the more you travel. So I would really recommend, even if you cannot drive a bike, you can learn it here easily. There are many ways that you can learn how to drive a bike. There are many organizations who offer this service, so it's a big tip. I want to talk about the costs of food. So I'm going to start with grocery costs, and then I'm going to talk about the restaurant and the bars and the Gojek food. But first, the grocery cost. For me, this is a little bit higher. I spent in total 1,672,000 Indonesian rupiah on this, because I cook at home. All my breakfast, lunch, mostly dinner, I cook at home because it's simply for me more healthy. I have some kind of lifestyle where I just want to cook with my own products, and I realized that going out here every single day will eventually cost you more money, because it's really tempting to go to a local room every day, but they use lots of oils in their food, which is amazing. The food is so good, but it's not very good because you gain weight. So that's why I decided to cook more at home. So that's why my groceries are a little bit higher. Then for the restaurant and the bars and the Gojek food, I spent 2.1 million. So that's also quite high, but it's because normally when I'm lazy or when I just don't want to cook, I order food, and I mostly order more expensive food because I want to eat more healthy. So you can definitely buy food for 50,000k, which is probably a local room, but if I order food, it's around 150k, because I will order either a smoothie bowl or a healthy salad. So that's where the difference is coming from. So the big tip, if you are coming to Bali, download Gojek and Grab. Whenever you're lazy, whenever you don't want to cook and don't want to go out, this app will save your life. It's literally, you can order and the food will be at your place in 10 minutes, and they have lots of cheap options, so it's one of the best inventions ever. So to get a better idea, I wrote down some prices. So for example, a cocktail, you will pay between 50k and 120k. And then for lunch and dinner you pay between 50k and 100k, and for a coffee you pay between 30k and 52k. And then I want to move on with phone and data. So this month I paid 80,000 Indonesian rupiah for my phone. I have a monthly payment, so I pay every month exactly the same. This will get me 40 gigabytes of internet, which is definitely enough because I'm almost always on my phone. I'm on Instagram, YouTube all the time, so this is a lot of internet. So 80,000k will get you around. Then for a SIM card, which you have to buy only one time, you can pay between 10,000 Indonesian rupiah and 50,000. So that's really affordable. You do have to keep in mind that one big tip I have is to bring one extra phone, because you will get a new SIM card which will also give you a new number, and most of the time some important things back home are related to your number you had back home. So it might be a good idea to put that in your old phone, so you will have two different phones with two different numbers, and just keep that extra phone whenever you need to arrange some important businesses back home. And then last but not least, I want to talk about my other expenses this month. Because I am a solo female traveler, I have a little bit more expenses because I like to take care of myself. So I want to start with massages. I paid this month 100k on a massage. So I only had one massage, which was a sport massage. It's really cheap here. You can get the massages really affordable. Sometimes you can even get a massage for 50k. 100k is normally the normal price for an hour full body massage. Then I paid to go to the gym. I paid one time 2 million Indonesian rupiah, but that's one of the most cheapest gyms here in Bali. Normally the gyms are way more expensive and they can even come up to 1.5 million a month. So this is something that's actually more expensive than back home. For example, I'm from Europe, so there the prices are way more lower to go to the gym than they are here. On a haircut, I didn't do it this month. I only dyed my hair one time here and I had it cut, which cost 2,210,000 Indonesian rupiah. So I colored my hair, and I do have to say I have really long hair, so that's why it was probably more expensive. Then once a month I do my nails. I have gel nails, and this will cost me 165k for one time. So either you can do it one time or two times a month. It depends on how fast your nails are growing, but that's the cost I pay for my nails. And then for my laundry, I pay 90,000 Indonesian rupiah, and I do my laundry 3 times a month. So I have a contact number, and this woman will pick up your laundry at your place and she will drop it off there as well. So I think for around 1.5 kilo I pay 30,000 Indonesian rupiah. Then I also have my eyelashes done. I do this 2 times a month, so that will cost me 300k a month. So one time is 150,000k, which is incredibly cheap, because if I want to do this back home it would be way more expensive. And I also have a tailor, so sometimes I have my own clothes made, which I did this month. I had 4 pieces of clothing made, and this cost me 650,000 Indonesian rupiah. I love to get my own clothes made here because you support the local community, and this guy is really talented and I just love to support him this way. So if I add all of these costs up together, I will have a grand total of 10,642,000 Indonesian rupiah, which is quite a lot, but it's still on the budget side of things. So this taken into consideration, it's quite an affordable price to live on this beautiful island. And also there are way more expensive lifestyles that you can have here. For example, if you live in a private villa, your rent can come up to 6 or 7 million, which is way more expensive than I am having now. So that taken into consideration, I'm really happy with this price, and I hope you found this informative. These are my monthly costs of living in Bali. I do have to say these are not my only costs. You probably will have more subscriptions and also costs that you maybe have back home that are not taken into consideration at the moment, but these are the costs that I'm spending here to live in Bali. So I hope this was really helpful, and please do not forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.